Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. Look, this huge parcel has just arrived in the post and I am super excited because this is one of those rare occasions where we have a piece of production history on the channel. In the past we've featured Samuel L. Jackson's dismembered arm, the actual arm that falls on Laura Dern in Jurassic Park. Link to that video is down below. We've featured Visitors Center blueprints that were actually used in the production of Jurassic Park. We've reviewed T-Rex claws that were production used, and even baby raptor maquettes that were paint tests for the actual baby raptor hatchling that you see in the film. Links to all those videos are down below if you're really interested in the production history of Jurassic Park. Definitely have a look at those, they give you a nice little insight. But today we're going to be opening this up together and taking a closer look at what's inside. As per usual, I'm going to be using my trusty craft knife, and remember kids, if you're using a craft knife like this, always seek adult supervision. Okay. Alright. Okay, so let's take off the bubble wrap here. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so on the top here of this little bubble wrap package is a Profiles in History tag. Now, if you don't know about Profiles in History, they hold auctions annually for Hollywood memorabilia and screen use pieces. And I was lucky enough to take part in the auction just before Christmas, and I managed to grab something from that auction. And if you can read it there, it says Walkie Talkie from Jurassic Park. So that's the same walkie talkies that we see Ellie Sattler and John Hammond using to communicate with each other when they're trying to get the power back on at Jurassic Park. So in the bottom of the box I've got a certificate of authenticity with an image of the prop itself. It says here Walkie Talkie from Jurassic Park, Universal 1997. That's not correct, that's 1993, I think they meant 93. It says original walkie-talkie prop constructed of cast resin body and repurposed electronic parts made to look like an actual Motorola Saber handy talkie FM radio or handheld transceiver. Also included in the box is this still from Jurassic Park, which shows its own signs of wear, and there's a bit of adhesive on the back. Obviously this was displayed with the original prop, and you can see that Ellie here is actually sporting the walkie-talkie, the Motorola Saber, and yeah, I'm assuming it's trying to say that it's this one. Obviously there's no way to be sure of that unless I do some kind of feature matching from shots from the film, and hopefully I can do something like that and work out in which scenes my prop is used, but because they're so identical in their appearance it might be more tricky. Okay, so let's open this thing, shall we? Remember when you used to play Pass the Parcel as a child, and you'd always get to that inner layer that wasn't the actual prize? Okay. Oh. I'm going to turn it over now. I know things have been rattling inside, so I'm not going to play too much with this. I'm going to take that away because it's got sticky tape on it. And here it is, a piece of production history from Jurassic Park. As the description says, it is a resin cast piece. These buttons are faux buttons that are stuck on, and it does appear to have a red LED in the top, and I notice as I open up the top of the piece you can see there's electronics going on in there. I can see a resistor and some wires going in there. Also in the back you can see there's some like a battery pack that's loose with some wires running in. So this definitely has been repurposed for electronics. Okay, so looking very carefully inside, I have actually spotted, if you look in there, there's a bulb. See it? And that would actually be responsible for lighting up the LED screen here. So that's really cool. Part of me is tempted to restore this piece and get it up and running, but I also want to leave it in the production use state that it is, because it's quite a wonderful piece on its own. Down here I think you can see some of the kind of trademark resin pock marks that go along with bubbles being in the resin that was cast. If not, it could be due to the texture of the battery pack used, but I'm pretty sure this is a resin cast shell of a Motorola Saber 2, and as you can see it's got multiple signs of production where indentations, the actual shape of the piece is a little bit off, you can see there, which makes me think that it is a resin casting, like a two-part mold rather than the original Motorola piece. Really nice. You can see just smears of the paint, you know, there's just little mistakes that add the sort of handmade quality to this prop, and to me that's really heartwarming to see. I love seeing the handmadeness in a film prop because you just assume everything is so perfect, but actually when you see things close up you can see the kind of humanity in it. You've got the stubby aerial, which is famous on the walkie-talkies in Jurassic Park, and on the top we've got the dials with a red LED, and you can see actually that the dial here has just been simply painted on with a brush. You know, so it holds up on camera. On closer inspection the switches are actually glued on, so they don't actually function, which makes me think that this thing needed to be lit because it's got electronics in, but it didn't necessarily need to be interacted with by the actors. So that tells me a little bit about the scenes it might have been used in, potentially scenes where it had to be visible on Ellie's waist, lit, but not necessarily actually being used. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd love to know more about this piece, and I'm going to try and find as much as I can that matches this in the film and see if I can identify exactly what scene this was used in. But I'm just over the moon to own something like this. It's very rare that we have a production piece like this on the channel, and I hope you guys have enjoyed taking a closer look at a piece of screen used history from Jurassic Park. I always love sharing this with you guys, and it's great to kind of do the first opening with you and to kind of share this whole experience. Okay guys, rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.